So welcome back to another episode, and I wanted to come in and talk about this subject today because a lot of people are going crazy on Twitter, and it's a little bit of fun. I think it's a lot of fun because this is about my old favorite company, Sega. I've been a fan since the 80s, the late 80s. I've always loved Sega, and they're a very different company now than they were, say, in the Dreamcast days. But they put up a mysterious tweet a week or two back, and everybody was freaking out about this. This is good. It was a tweet that just had a light bulb and said January 16th. That was it. People's heads exploded. People were losing their crap thinking, oh, a light bulb, turning it on means it's thinking. It's something to do with the Dreamcast. They're doing Dreamcast ports or the remasters or everything. And people were thinking, like, is it like Skies of Arcadia? Is that coming back? Is it Shenmue 1 and 2, the HD remix, that everybody's been hoping Sega would release? Where I just want to say, from my point of view, I saw this tweet and I was like this, I've learned with Sega for a long time not to get too overhyped. And I'm going to get into this in a bit. I'm going to explain my standpoint in all of this. So today, they announced what this was, what this mysterious announcement was about. It's about 2 Point Hospital, a simulation hospital game on PC coming late 2018. Now, this is a spiritual successor to a 1997 game called Theme Hospital. Now, I must admit, I've heard of this game. I've never played it. Is it my type of thing? Not really. I don't really think so. Am I against the game? No, not at all. I watched the announcement this morning and I was like, oh, okay, so this is what the announcement was all about. Where that was my, I guess the thing was, I've learned not to get too hyped with some things. And especially with Sega. My expectations are very low, if at all. If I even had expectations. And so I was like going, oh, okay, this is totally fine. This is fine. And a lot of people were totally cool about it. But there was a lot of people that felt they were led down the wrong road by Sega. And I was like, guys, this is Sega. What did you expect? A Fantasy Zone MMO? I mean, this is not going to happen. A Space Harrier, side view shooter, where you can play with your friends all around the world. This is not the same Sega from a long time ago. And the fault is not with Sega. The fault is with us. We get ourselves way too hyped nowadays. Way too hyped. And if a company doesn't deliver exactly what we thought it was going to be, then holy shit, this is the worst thing ever. God damn them. Screw them. All to hell. Sega is doing exactly what Sega should be doing. They are hyping up their games. And they're only the publisher on this game. They're hyping up their games. That's what they're supposed to do. They're not. What do you think they're going to do? Underhype a game? Oh, we got a game coming out. Most of you probably might not be into it. A few of you might be. This is not the society we live in. We're going to get people excited about a potential game that we're working on. That's what Sega's viewpoint, their thought process is. And I think they accomplished it. Now, yeah, do I want remasters of great old Sega games? Of course. Do I want remakes and sequels and all that? Of course I do. I'm a huge Sega fan. I can't tell you. They created one of my favorite games of all time, Phantasy Star. I'm still waiting for a sequel, a one-player sequel to Phantasy Star. You don't see me losing my shit about it every time they put a goddamn light bulb up on the screen. I'm not like, it's Phantasy Star. You gotta kind of just look at all this stuff and say, okay, we'll see what it is. We'll see what it is. I feel this way about a lot of companies like Nintendo and all this, and I'm really taking it for what it is. If Nintendo says, a Nintendo Direct, everybody's doing predictions and then they're all upset. It's a really tough place to be in as a video gamer. Just kind of go in with low expectations, see what they deliver, and if it's not for you, you say, you know what? It's not my type of game, and that's my viewpoint on this. 2 Point Hospital, not my type of game. But you know what? It might be somebody else's type of game. Maybe somebody else is very excited about this. And maybe that announcement wasn't for you, and it wasn't for me, but it was for somebody. And somebody else may be very excited about it. We live in a world where everybody has many different views and many different things. And, you know, maybe Theme Hospital or 2 Point Hospital isn't your bag. It ain't Shenmue Remastered 1 and 2 for me either, but they got their game, you know, hyped up and people were talking about it and all that. So I want to come in and just talk about companies overhyping things and us as video gamers overhyping it on our end and getting too excited and then being completely disappointed, and then they get angry at the companies. That's even more insane than anything. You didn't create the game that I wanted, so I'm mad at you, and I think you're crap. I think that's just kind of, you know. So what do you guys think down below? Did Sega overhype everybody? I think in a way a lot of people just got like completely overhyped, but are you upset about this news? Are you totally okay about it? I'm personally totally fine about it. I'm relaxed. You know, it's no Altered Beast sequel, and I don't even know if I want an Altered Beast sequel. I'm happy with what Sega's doing. They're a different company than what they used to be. I'm never going to get another Alex kid. As you say, you don't see me freaking out about it. So, anyways, guys, until next time.